Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Vaipo. I'm back with another game of League of Legends for you guys. This is another high ranked game for you guys from the Spectator featured list. As usual, this game is starting at about 3 minutes, and first blood has not been called yet, so I am doing starting from this game. Basically, we have on blue team we have Vladimir, Varus, Nocturne, Janna, and Alistar. On the purple team we have Morgana, Nunu, Irelia, Vayne and Shen. We're now going to start the game and we're going to start talking about it. And bottom is getting attention from the very start. Actually Vayne dropping pretty low. I'm sorry I didn't quite have the footage for this part actually. While they did do the damage, Varus and Alistar at bottom, this is going to be pretty dangerous. I'm not quite sure what Varus is capable of just yet, but from what I see, his skills are pretty awesome, and he's going to be a good tank killer anyways, especially with that I can't remember the skill name, piercing arrow. This proccing onto one of his, what are they called, blighted quiver, would pretty much take down a tank pretty easily, even though I'm not quite sure how well he scales with AP for the extra damage on blighted quiver, but I'm sure people are going to be playing around with that in the near future. And something I haven't seen much, even though I know it does work, Janna versus Morgana in mid. Janna AP, she does a lot of damage, but I don't quite think she should be an AP carry or an AP mage in general in mid. I don't think it works as well as it should if you want to actually play her in mid. And bottom lane actually being quite aggressive, especially with Alistar. It's kind of expected that they would be very aggressive in mid. Sorry, in bottom, because Alistar's engages are absolutely awesome. They are pinging Varus here. I'm not quite sure what that's about, because Nunu bot is kind of low, but maybe Vayne believes that she can push him into the wall and get a kill here. So Shen is actually getting in here to get a kill on Vladimir, and maybe he might pick it up. I believe he might actually. If Vlad could pull, but I think he's gonna call over Irelia first to get this kill. And I believe that they are going to be able to kill him. It will be a bit risky because Shen is dropping down and he is being pinged to back off, and that is probably a smart idea. And that Vladimir is going to be safe, even though he did just use a potion, meaning he won't have to go back just yet, but he is still a bit low, and Shen and Nocturne are actually both up on top lane. Maybe actually get a counter gank here. Actually Vayne almost dropping here, I'm sorry I almost missed it, but Alistar obviously being aggressive again, and this is very expected of him. They're actually doing a bit of damage. No, Irelia actually jumps onto Vladimir and gets away quite successfully here. This is going to be a bit of a risky engage here under the turret. Varus is not quite oh, he did actually take, and actually wait, they picked that up. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go back for this. How did they pick this up? So Varus does... Oh yeah, I see. He charged up his quiver and his piercing arrow, and he did pick off that Nunu for first blood. It was a nice kill actually. I didn't even notice it. It's very difficult to see kills with Varus, it seems. Either that or his attack animations are a little bit buggy still, but I'm sure Riot will address that in the near future. And it looks like this Janna is actually not very sustainable in lane. She is running out of mana quite quickly compared to this Morgana, even though Morgana, the way I play her, I never actually run out of mana. So Vladimir on top actually also going back. I'm pretty sure it was about time for him to head back. And just quickly looking at the minion kills of bottom lane, Varus is quite a lot ahead actually in front of Vayne right now. He is about 15 minions ahead as well as a kill, which means he's roughly 2 kills worth of gold ahead. Actually Morgana doing a bit of a jungle invading here, probably trying to steal some minions from Nocturne, but I don't think that's going to happen because Nocturne would probably demolish Morgana one-on-one, just purely because of that spell shield which you could use to stop the binding. And from what I see right now, Shen and Nocturne not doing a great lot for ganking right now. Shen did try to gank top earlier, but that was a bit unsuccessful because Vladimir is a very tough person to actually, or a tough champion to actually dive under. Even though he is dropping quite a lot here now to Irelia, and this is going to be expected early on, but once he hits about level 7 he is going to be very difficult to kill. And I'm not sure why he's going up here, because I'm pretty sure if Irelia actually jumped onto him there, she could pretty easily kill him. And there might be a bit of a situation here now, because this looks like it's actually getting a bit dangerous. I think they are trying to bait this Vayne out. That, or maybe make Nunu overextend a little bit, and then Alistar would probably jump him. And I'm just wondering why this ward is here. I'm pretty sure it's to prevent any other enemy wards so that they can't see them, but this is the ward that they are gonna have, and it's more like a defensive ward really, or rather an aggressive ward, sorry. So it's not gonna do that much help. Shen is giving Morgana the blue buff, which is very expected, and this Alistar is gonna be spotted the whole time because this ward is right there. It's not a pink ward, but it is gonna spot him. And actually they are gonna do some damage to Vayne here. They might pick her off, but no, they don't quite get her. But Nunu could get picked off, which he also does not, with the help of Flash. Now both Vayne and Nunu did just waste their flash, which is going to be a bit unfortunate for them. Varus doesn't quite have his ready. Alistar does have his, as well as his ult, which is going to be really nice for them in terms of aggression. And they are going to be actually quite dangerous right now here, especially with Alistar having his ult and a flash ready. I'm not sure why he's not pushing this turret, but I guess he doesn't quite want to stop his farm yet. Yeah, I think I'm actually not seeing his attack animations. I'm not sure if that's a bug just with me, or it's actually a bug with him, but his attack animations are not showing. As far as I know, he's supposed to have little red arrows just going like a little line from where he's attacking. So Vladimir is still being kind of pushed, well, not pushed back, but he is getting kind of controlled a little bit by Irelia, because he can't really do much against her. She has a lot of sustain. She is a little bit ahead on minion kills. She has actually got an extra item for magic resist, and it looks like she might actually quite just pick him off. Yeah, she does. No, she did not. I thought it was actually her that actually ignited her there. Vladimir, but Vladimir was the one to actually ignite her, and it looks like Vladimir is gonna pick off that kill with the help of Nocturne, and we actually have Shen coming in here. I'm not quite sure if he would be able to kill either of them here, but if Morgana does show up, which she is not being warded for right now, she could actually get a double kill here right now. This might get a very dangerous one. Oh, and if she stays next to Vladimir, she will pick that off. Nocturne is gonna get picked off here if he's not careful, but nope, he is gonna escape with the help of Flash. And now the middle is getting pushed quite a little bit since Morgana has left, and Shen is gonna head back here to try to stop this, but I'm not quite sure what he's gonna be able to do alone here. Bottom is actually pushed. Actually, they destroyed the turret, and I guess I'm not sure if they really wanted to do this because they weren't auto-attacking the turret earlier, and I believe that was just purely to get a bit more farm in. Shen is dropping a bit low, and Varus is not going to quite be able to do enough damage to him because he is very, very tanky. Especially the fact that he has that ruby crystal already. And Varus can take a bit of damage from Morgana, but it's not going to be enough because Varus is a very sustainable champion right now, especially with the 2 Doran's Blades and the Vampiric Scepter. So this is going to be very nice for him. And it's going to be very difficult to actually push him out of a lane. He'll be able to farm for a long time. And he's actually pulling quite ahead of Vayne still. He got even further ahead on minion kills. He has 25 minion kills ahead of Vayne right now. And actually, Alistar could get picked off here if he's not careful, but he is going to flash away. Instead of being aggressive, usually Alistar would like to be using that flash for an aggressive kill. But it's not an aggressive kill, I'm sorry. An aggressive push or maybe a gank or something like that, but unfortunately he is going to have to waste that, and Varus is going to get some nice free minion kills here while Vayne is warding this bush in case Alistar does decide to come around to try to push Vayne into Varus. But we're going to see how this goes. I'm not quite sure how Varus does just yet, but this is a high ranked game. All the games that I am going to be commentating on are high ranked games from the featured list, meaning these guys are obviously maybe not famous. I don't know how well known these guys are, but I'm not quite familiar with them just yet. But unfortunately I did actually miss out on a very good game yesterday. I had a game from CLG, the Russian team, and I don't know what happened, but for some reason I actually left it on overnight because I didn't want to cast it that late at night. It was a bit late, so I didn't want to make too much noise in the house. And something happened with it couldn't access the actual replay again, so I just had to cancel it and continue on with a different game. And that was a bit unfortunate because I am a bit of a fan of CLG, just mainly because of Hotshot GG. And I don't know, I need to get a bit more familiar with the teams. This game is actually, I don't believe these are two actual pre-made teams. These are solo queued, and I will be calling out when there is a team pre-made, because they will also have a little pre-name tag in front of their name. The second game actually from yesterday, it was actually a pre-made team, and I did not quite realize that. I did not understand how it works just yet. But hopefully I'll pick that up from the next time, because I am still new to this and I am trying to improve the best I can. Actually, Morgana going to be getting this blue from Shen. They are actually warding the dragon. I believe they're going to be getting ready for it soon. I'm not sure when it's up though. Unless it just got taken down. I think I missed it. I'm sorry, but it does look like Alistar is actually getting ready for a dragon kill here. I'm not quite sure when a dragon is going to be up, but they are warding, and this bush is not going to be getting ganked by either team right now. I believe he is going to try to jump onto this Aurelia here somehow, because he went in a very smart position where the minions will not be quite far away enough to, or close enough to actually detect him walking into that bush. And that actually did jump out a little bit early. They're not going to pick off this kill definitely, unless they do dive in, but this Nocturne could go down here and he actually will get killed. Very sloppy gank, to be honest, with Aurelia actually still surviving quite easily here actually, and she's going to be getting a bit of life steal back, as well as that potion going to be taking a little bit. But I'm getting a bit aggressive actually. Alistar is probably going to go down here, most likely, sorry, and Varus might get picked off as well if they try to gank him now with Nunu, as well as Vayne doing that double kill with Silver Quiver. I don't know what exactly it's called, Silver Bolts, and that's going to be very nice now for Vayne. She finally has come back a little bit. Varus is on 1-1-0, Vayne is on 2-0-0, which means she is quite even with him right now, even though she is quite far behind on minion kills. She's only going to be a little bit behind him still. In terms of actual gold, let me actually check this. You can check this. Varus is on 4.5k total, Vayne is on 3.7. How is this possible actually? I'm not quite sure right now. That is very interesting actually, to be honest. I'm not really sure how he's so far ahead of her. Then again, I guess that is from the First Blood. First Blood does really help you a lot. It gives you a ton of gold, as well as a nice little experience boost in the very start. I'm not sure why Janna is actually going to be stealing some minion kills from Nocturne here, but that might not be the best of ideas. I guess she just needed a bit of gold to get an item or something, and she just stole it. So we have 3 people in mid right now. Actually, sorry, 4. Alistar is waiting in the bush here to gank somebody who jumps out a bit too far. And I'm not sure if they're aware where Shen is right now, but they will spot him in a second and then back off, because they know diving against the Shen is not a good idea ever. Vayne staying in bottom, trying to get that minion kill up. She is quite far behind now. Looking at the items, she has 2 Doran's Blades and a Vampiric Scepter. She does have a Berserker's Greaves finished off right now, but Varus actually has a BF Sword, which is going to be a big help in terms of damage for him. Actually, Aurelia getting a bit aggressive onto Vlad. Vlad using that pool a bit early, and that does mean he's going to waste 20% of his health, even though maybe perhaps Aurelia would actually do more damage with her stun as well as her auto hits if he didn't do that. And this was a massive jump actually from Aurelia, and she's doing quite a heavy burst right now against Vlad. And I believe that Vlad is just going to be completely shut down here, even after level 7, which you don't actually see very often, because Vlad gets so dangerously annoying with that Q on an under 3-second cooldown most of the time. Actually, let's see what his one is at. 3.84. It's not. I don't think he maxed, or he did max it out. Sorry, I thought it was a 3-second cooldown. My mistake. And it still is quite annoying because he can keep spamming that skill, and every time he does that, he does get life back as well. They are pinging onto somebody here, but I don't think they're actually going to dive in here, although Alistar could tank this with his ultimate, because he does have that ready. and I don't believe diving 2 tanks is going to be very smart right now. So again, Vladimir is getting pushed back because Irelia becomes this crazy sustainable top laner later on, and it's even this Nocturne. I don't believe this Nocturne could even hurt Irelia at this stage. Irelia has almost 50 more attack damage, as well as probably more attack speed. She does 0.1 more, which means she would easily take him on. Especially, oh, look at that! Actually, Varus killing Vayne here quite quickly without even taking much damage. I really am not quite sure how Varus works right now. Either that or his animations are really buggy. But let's just follow him for a second while I read his skills. Varus starts drawing back his next shot, gradually increases his range and damage. I'm sure most of you have seen this from the champion spotlight. Actually, we have a big engage here with Nocturne actually coming around the back, but I don't think he's gonna actually be here of much use. They did have a very good timing on that dragon. They are going to be picking it off right now, and I'm pretty sure the blue team is not going to just try let this go. They are going to try to do some damage to maybe steal it or maybe engage them while they are dropping a bit low here. But it is Irelia taking all the damage, and Irelia is very sustaining, and Alistar actually jumping in and does a lot of damage. Nocturne does jump, but he is getting focused pretty heavily here. Morgana actually killing him with her ultimate, and then Shen actually picking off Alistar. This is very dangerous for the blue team. Purple team is starting to pull ahead now, although they are still behind a little bit on gold. They are now catching up. They do kill off Varus. Morgana getting quite a lot of kills right now. What is she on? Actually, she's on 303. She's doing very well, especially with that hourglass already ready. She is quite ahead of Janna, and that is what I mean by Janna not being a very good AP champion. She might do a lot of damage with her Gale Force, or Howling Gale, sorry, but I don't think she does quite enough damage to actually push anybody back or do enough damage to actually hurt anybody. Especially the fact that her ult is actually just a pushback and healing. It's not actually a damage ult, which you don't really want to have on an AP carry. Although they do have Vladimir as a heavy AP carry, and that is going to help them a little bit. And that, I guess, is why this actually works, because they have a tank at bottom, they have a support in mid, and an AP support in mid, as well as an AP up top. And looking at the team composition, actually, the purple team doesn't quite have a heavy mage. Morgana is not considered a full mage. She is like a 3/4 mage and then a quarter support because of that black shield. The black shield obviously being very useful for preventing ganks, as well as preventing engages if you don't want them to happen, or even helping, for example, Alistar to engage by putting a black shield which prevents stuns. So Irelia being very cautious here. Either that or she's AFK. I'm not quite sure what is going on here right now, but she's not attacking, and I guess that's purely because she does not want to push. And for anybody who doesn't know, you can actually prevent your champion from attacking when you stand very close by just pressing S. This does stand for stop, obviously, and they are pinging down here. I'm not quite sure what they're doing. Perhaps maybe they're telling Morgana to get back to the team because they're worried about an engage right now. I don't quite remember what the time for the dragon was. I believe it was about 2 minutes ago, so dragon is going to be up very soon. Purple team does have everything awarded here, and they are probably going to try to take the next one because they did get the previous one, and that was a nice bit of help for them on gold. Actually, Janna getting grabbed here, and unfortunately unfortunately for the purple team, she does not get picked off because she does have that self shield. Nocturne getting quite a bit aggressive against two of these here. I don't know if that's a very smart idea because Janna behind him is very low on health, but they are gonna back off, and I'm not sure if that's for the best right now because the purple team is a bit spread out. Morgana is on half health, but I guess Janna would have been picked off pretty easily if they did engage properly. So they're going to be pushing bottom again, sorry, and I'm not quite sure if they want to do this right now. I think they want to take top because the top turret is going to be pretty easy to take down, especially with the amount of health that they have there. This would be a very easy amount of gold for every single one of them. I mean, practically an AD carry could walk up to that and just auto hit it down in 2 hits, maybe even 1 with the amount of AD that he has. Actually, he's building a BF sword first. This is going to be very interesting for late game, especially the fact that he has 30 stacks of it already, which is going to be very sustainable, as well as doing quite a heavy amount of damage. I believe he's probably going to go for Phantom Dancer, followed by an Infinity Edge, which seems to be a very, very popular build these days. And Purple Team trying to actually jump in there. They do grab Varus. Varus is actually going to be dropping very, very quickly here. He is going to get damage. And Vayne actually picks him off right there. Vayne is pulling ahead of Varus now, and even though Varus did get a good start, they might easily dive under the turret here. They do pick off Alistar. Vladimir is pooling, but he is probably going to get picked off. No, he's not. He runs away from that, even though Morgana does pick him off. Vayne does finish off the job with a double kill, and Vayne is going to be getting quite low here, and no, Janna actually picks off Vayne for a shutdown. I'm gonna actually try to bring up the chat here, see if any of them are actually talking, or to be able to see the actual shutdown killing sprees. I'm gonna bring it down here, I believe, for now. And they do probably want to try to get Morgana here, but I don't believe that it's gonna quite work because Nocturne has no mana, and Janna is running pretty low here as well as the three of them actually being there. Even though they could kill her, if they did jump onto her, they could probably pick her off without Nunu doing too much damage to them. And Shen is almost dead, so that wouldn't really do much to them anyways. So they're all going to back off now. They're going to go heal, which is probably the very, very smart idea right now. And they are going to be pushing the mid turret, and this is going to be pretty good for blue team. They do need this gold. Actually, top turret did get picked off as well. I'm not sure by who. I kind of missed it. But they do get two turret kills. Almost. They did leave this. I'm not sure if they did this intentionally or they got pushed back. And sometimes it is a good idea to do this, because the purple team, for example, might get a bit aggressive here or a bit too confident of being under a turret, whereas they might get dived, somebody gets 2 hits onto the turret, and all of a sudden they have no advantage whatsoever. So I'm not quite sure if that was intentional or not, but it is going to be a nice bit of gold afterwards, because they could get this at any time that they want. Top is quite untouched, bottom isn't touched, and Varus is getting ganked here. I'm not quite sure if they're going to get him, but they are probably going to try to jump him here, and they are going to see him, yes, as well as ulting him. Look at that, and I believe he is going to get taken out here quite easily. Morgana picking up that kill with where is she, 406. And let's have a quick look at actually the gold, how people are doing. Morgana is doing very good with her gold. She's almost an 8,000 gold right now, being the highest in the whole game. Second place probably being Vayne or Varus. Varus actually and Vayne very, very close to each other. They are picking off the dragon at the same time, which means they are going to be pulling quite a bit ahead again. Let's go back to the item list, and purple team is looking in very, very good shape right now, even though they are a little bit pushed on the turrets. Blue team still has a lot more, well, they have 2 turrets alive compared to purple, and sorry, they only have 1 turret down compared to purple's 3 turrets down. And the reason they are still in this game is because of those turret kills. They need to get some good team fights, and they must do it soon, because soon enough, Irelia, for example, she's going to snowball like crazy, and which means she's going to be picking up quite a lot of damage, especially with that brutalizer coming in. I'm not sure if she's going to upgrade that into the Ghost Blade, but she's probably going to turn this into the, I can't even remember what it's called, to be honest. I'm not sure I can access, no, I cannot access the shop here. I can only pause the video. And actually, I'm not quite sure what they're going to be doing here. I don't think they're going to be doing Baron just yet. It is a bit early with Nuno being only level 10. I don't believe they're going to be able to take him out just yet. Let's bring Hideaway to chat again. I don't need it right now. So Irelia, as usual, still farming up top with 215 minion kills compared to Vladimir's 161. Actually, he did get quite a lot of minion kills just now, but he's still falling behind. I don't believe Vlad is actually viable anymore at all. From what I see, he did get a bit too nerfed, and even though he does not have any costs except for the health cost, they are not really, you know, they're not really noticeable once you have that Will of the Ancients, and a lot of people seem to be building that lately. Back in the day when building Hex Drinkers was the way to go, not Hex Drinker, sorry, the Hex Tech. Oh, why did I pause it again? Basically, I believe it's called the Gunblade or something, not the Gunblade, the Hex Tech. revolver. Yeah, that's what it's called, the revolver. And actually, Vladimir getting caught here by Morgana, but I don't think that's going to do much right now. He is going to be able to steal that back, and keeping that force. He is going to be building up, sorry, that force stack, because they are anticipating an engage here. Even though Janna is actually teleporting to the top to prevent this push here, but I don't think she's going to be very useful up there, because Shen actually backs off, even though he did kind of duke that and going away straight away. Janna is going back there now because she does not want to let him push more. We do have a bit of engage here, but I don't believe that Morgana would be able to do too much to Alistar. And let's see, actually, do they have somebody with an Oracle? Yes, they do. Nunu has an Oracle. He is going to be dewarding right now, and when somebody dewards this area, it actually kind of suggests a little bit towards the Baron kill, and it doesn't always happen, but it does quite often happen. Actually, Morgana jumping in with her ult right here, and she is going to pick off Vladimir with that ult stun at the end. Varus is getting picked off, as well as Morgana getting killed by Varus under the turret. Nocturne is going to get picked off here as well as perhaps Alistar after his ult runs out. They could quite easily pick him off, and yes, they are going to kill him with Irelia actually picking up a triple kill here, and this is going to be a very, very big help for them right now. They are about 4,500 gold, or 4,500 gold ahead of the blue team on gold. I just stated the obvious twice. And they are going to be picking off a turret here without blue team being able to do anything, and they are starting to fall behind now. And the reason for this, I believe, is because they have Alistar and Janna. Janna is not a very good AP character. From my point of view, she just lacks that damage, and Alistar is just a bit too tanky. Sorry, not too tanky. He's not quite a good tank, if you ask me, either. He seems to be a very kind of hybrid tank slash support, because Alistar, he's good at engages and everything, but without his ult he really does die too fast. And they are not going to do Baron, even though I did think at first they're going to do Baron right now, but I don't think they're going to do that anytime soon, because blue team does have quite short respawn times. They're still only level 14, 15, and so actually Vladimir not having a very good day here. He's getting picked off so quickly and so many times here. He's on 1-5, getting killed quite a lot here. I'm actually pretty sure this game is heading very quickly downhill for blue team. It would probably take a miracle for them to get back from this, and the purple team is probably able to take Baron here without getting contested too much, even though Janna is going to be putting up that Howling Gale, and I don't believe it's going to do much. They are engaging here. I'm going to slow it down a little bit just to see exactly what's going on. Morgana jumps in with her ult. She does pick off two people, and Irelia does pick off Varus straight away. That is going to be a very big help. Going to speed it up again. Vayne is actually just kills, and purple is actually looking very good right now. The only one alive from blue team is Janna, with Irelia getting a lot of feeding right now. She's at 717, and Vayne picking off Janna actually, and I believe they are going to go for Baron kill here. I don't think Vladimir will be able to do anything, because he will just get focused and killed again very quickly. Although if he does get a good jump into here, he could probably pick off, well, probably 4 people here, but I don't think they are going to do this. Actually, Baron almost picking off Morgana here. This is like a little boss fight, and I still think they're not going to be contested enough to quite do anything here. Yeah, Vladimir does kind of overextend here a little bit, and Irelia gets her legendary status as well as getting another kill. So Irelia on 817 right now. She is very, very, very fed, as I would usually put it. So actually the whole team, the purple team, is quite demolishing them here, and I can't really see, unfortunately, any way for the blue team to get back into this right now, unless they farm quite a lot to get a few dragon kills, which is getting very unlikely right now, seeing as Vayne is soloing the dragon right here. And purple team is just playing a perfect game right now. They don't want to give away any turrets, they don't want to give away any champion kills, and they're playing very, very defensive for some reason, even while they have Baron. I believe that they should be quite a bit more aggressive right now after they have their full health regen from the Baron buff, which is the case actually. Morgana is actually, this is a very aggressive Morgana build that I've seen. She does have 513 AP, which is going to be a very big help for her right now, especially with that Baron buff given her. I believe it's 40 AP that it gives. And a jump from Morgana, actually, let's see what it does. It'll do about 680 or 690 damage from one tick, minus defenses, so I would say about 700-800 damage from her ult in total. Actually, Nunu getting pushed off by Janna there just to prevent his ult from going off. And oh, Morgana jumps in on 3 people, she gets 2 people, and she does pick off Janna straight away. Varus does pick off Morgana, but I don't believe that is the smart thing. I think after Morgana's ult goes off, there is no point in actually focusing her. Varus does pick off Irelia. They do get a bit greedy here. Vladimir does kill Nunu, as well as Vayne killing Vlad right after he flashes over the wall, which was a bit of a waste actually. But they should be getting very, very aggressive here. They could probably kill 2 of these people off right now. Shen is definitely going to go off because they are going to focus him quite easily here. Actually, Nocturne picking that up, I would have probably liked Varus to pick that up because he is their AD carry. Vayne does escape very safely, but that was a very, very worth it attempt at a nice team fight for blue team. They did pick off 2 people at the cost of only 2. Sorry, they picked off 4 people at the cost of only 2 of theirs. It is going to be very, very useful for them to get that bit of gold in, as well as getting Varus a few kills. So they're going to do a bit of jungle invading. I'm actually starting to see his skills now. I wasn't able to see this earlier, but I'm still not able to see his auto attacks. This is very strange. I hope they fix this from the right side. Unless it's actually my client that's being a bit screwed up right now, but I'm not quite sure. We'll see about that later. So purple team is back with Nunu with a fresh Oracle, I believe. And he has 8 wards right now. He's playing a full support, it seems. I generally like to see Nunu with a bit of AP, for example, getting at least a Rod of Ages. It does make him very, very, very tanky, as well as giving him some damage, because his ult scales very well from AP. And they are warding all over the place right now. Nunu is probably going to back off here, even though I do believe they're just going to dive and tank this turret. They do want to just push as fast as they can. Actually, look, Irelia did buy that Ghostblade, as well as getting them all Malmortius, and that's going to be a bit of help for her for sustain and survival. And blue team coming in right now, they are not going to let them take this blue turret as well. They did just kind of give away the other one without even minions there to tank the turret. They just kind of dived it because Irelia can do that at this stage. But I'm not quite sure if purple is going to engage here. They might try to pick off Vlad, because Vlad seems to be like a very squishy champion late game. Even though he does have a ton of health, he is basically a glass cannon still, because he just has no defense. Even though he is going to be building something here with a chain vest and a lasting one. I'm not quite sure what that is, to be honest. I have not seen an item with both of those really, unless maybe he bought that instead of a needlessly large rod, or he's building 2 items at the same time, which might not be quite a good idea, seeing as he's on 2-7 right now. But I believe he did go a bit tanky, sorry, a bit defensive, just purely because he's getting focused every single time, and that is not very good for him right now. Vladimir at 223 AP, which is probably the reason why he's not doing any damage right now. Janna is actually at 344 with a Deathfire Grasp, which is very needed by her actually, because she does not really have that much damage. Looking at Morgana, actually, she has 496 without the Baron buff. She is going to be picking up Aurelia's Scepter, I believe, next, by the Amplifying Tome and Blasting Wand. And let's have a look at their... No, that's actually pretty much it. They only have 1 AP champion, which I suppose is going to be enough, and is the reason why Morgana is going so aggressive with her build. No, she's actually building a Void Staff. I thought it was going to be Aurelia's Scepter, which would have been probably a stupid decision actually. I did kind of screw that up. Yeah, I'm actually not able to see some attack animations for some reason. I'm not quite sure. I will restart my client later on to hopefully sort this out. And I'm not quite sure what's going on here right now. They are being very, very passive. I'm going to speed it up a tiny little bit just to get up there right now, because I'm not quite sure. I believe the next team fight is going to determine a lot of how the outcome is going to be, and if this Aurelia picks off 1 or 2 people here, which is very likely at this stage, this could end up very, very bad for them. Nocturne is ulting, but it's not going to do much with Morgana jumping in, and she is going to get a kill with that stun, and it's going to be a very, very good engage for them right now. They did waste a lot of ults, but they are going to be picking off people one by one here. And Varus actually getting picked off by Vayne here as well. and I believe this is probably going to be it for this team. There is not much that they can do right now. With Vayne picking off a triple kill, and I believe this is it. They're just going to finish it right now. Yep, Irelia does start tanking at third with 100. Sorry, that's not Irelia, with 154, 58 armor, and yeah, that's it. They did surrender, so that's pretty much it. This is the third game I am casting. Thanks guys for watching. Please support me. Press like button, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this. Leave constructive criticism. It would be very nice. If you did miss my previous cast, please go watch the first and second ones. They are all on my channel, and they will be in the playlist, which will probably be linked below. And let me know, see my progression, see how I'm improving or getting worse. I'm not quite sure. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. I'm Vaipo and I'm out.